Hey guys, it is Citri here again with another Runecraft Advanced tutorial. Now, I got some feedback regarding my last video about Faith Fortress and how the explanation regarding how I did this, where one Faith Island sits inside another, was not done as well as it could be. So I'm going to spend today and talk to you exactly how I got these toggle Faith Points to work and to disappear, reappear appropriately when the islands were connected. So what I've already done is the first step in this is to have a hollow built into your Faith Island to support your blue island. So the red one, the big one, the blue one, the small one. I've already done this, and how you do that is up to you. Then you want a Faith Point, just a normal Faith Point in the side to receive it. Now you activate your FTP rune and it phase it out. Note that there's a new animation. Instead of going top to bottom, it goes from the inside out. And you can see that here you are. For uncoupling, you can either FTP away, or like I can, you can have a water-fed Pegasus rune. You see at the back, the water rune pours into that, and automatically refills. Now the first thing you'll want to do is with your toggle blocks here, is to take out this Faith Point, which I've already molded to fit the blue sphere perfectly, and just fill it with toggle blocks. Now I used a tier 1, but you'll probably want to use tier 2 just to save you recasting the rune in future. Dig out the cobblestone, place in whatever you want to be here, the signature blocks of your Faith Point, so that whenever it's toggled on, then your Faith Point will be intact and usable. One thing I forgot, these aren't actually connected right now because the phase blocks stop here, the toggle blocks stop here, and the lock block is there, so I'm going to need to a tier 2 will be required for this instead of a tier 1. Whoopsie me. One of the things I had to do with the Faith Point once I had it created was pass signal from the blue side through to the red side. Now this is relatively simple with Redstone, and I chose this block here as it worked well with the tiers I had available. All you have to do is you need to get a repeater and a torch lined up, like so, and you can feed power through, or alternatively you can do it like this, and get power through like that. You do need a repeater though. And then you just feed it down here, and this is how I did it with an inverter. And now whenever there is power flowing through, that will toggle the lock block down here off, and whenever there is not power, it will toggle it back on. Okay, so here we have the inverter that leads to the lock block. That is powered from where does it come from? It comes through here. Which powers this wool block here, which leads to the inverter. But I've also got a secondary circuit that comes all the way from up here, and this is basically sort of an override control node. What it will do is when the override is flipped, that is, it's off, then this will automatically, regardless, disable itself. It'll swap into its off state. And if I flip it back on, then its usual airlock behavior will resume, which means if it's docked, it won't close inappropriately. But if I am wanting to fly the fortress, the sphere, and I have no sphere docked and the airlock is closed, I will have to remove that to use the override to get rid of the diamond block in the center, which would otherwise prevent me from flying. There we go. And that opens. You see the override here has no effect whilst there's a ship docked. Let force open. We'll put Pegasus away, and there's absolutely no effect on moving. And when I disable the override, then it just kicks back into what it should be. And that is just a simple redstone torch, redstone circuit that leads into the circuit here. Now, the only other thing left is to build some sort of safety device to stop this thing from FTPing with a slice of that in it. And that involves a diamond block whilst connected, but only whilst connected. So if this is the input that controls the Faith Point, this will be the input that controls the lock block and diamond configuration, exactly like I had on Faith Fortress. And what I'll do is, for this you need one lock block, add one phase block. Or toggle block, it's up to you there, it doesn't make much difference. Okay, so I got my lock block, and if the signal is going to come in from there, then I will need to place something to receive it. And that will be redstone dust. Then I will place the lock block itself here. Oop, I used 2 high tier and I have 3. And then I will get a... quickly destroy these 2. Okay, with my diamond block. I will, again, Optifine being strange. I will plug this in here, and now whenever it's connected, not connected, that should be off. And whenever it is connected, it should be on. So let's quickly test that. I will activate the airlocks, that's back in place, and reconnect this smaller Faith Island here. Here we go. That's open, and if I'm... oh, yes, power has fed through and is activating that, so I'll go and hit Pegasus and check that it safely turns itself off. And whilst that diamond block down there is there will be... it is completely impossible for this to FTP. Now there are a few seconds whilst that is Pegasusing away where it would be possible to FTP. And in those circumstances, unless the override is already on, the diamond block here will act as a safety measure, and then you can just flip this and activate your FTP rune, which is broken. It doesn't link anywhere. Wish I knew what caused that. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been a quick run through on 2 useful mechanisms you can have for working with Faith Islands and other things, such as docking spheres or docking stations, whatever you want to do with it. And I hope you find this useful. If you have questions about it, then please leave them in the comments below so I can get back to you or address them like I did with this video. And thank you guys for watching. If you like it, then I hope to see you guys again. Cheers!